welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hikal, and today we're going to show you how to manage your kitchen in times of crisis.
Right.
We all know what's going on right now, the big coronavirus.
Yes, and a lot of us are stuck at home and with limited supplies and limited mobility to get out. So I think we've nailed down a few good strategies that will help you out.
Right. So we're going to start with the top 10 things that we are doing ourselves, and maybe you guys can also use some of these strategies. Okay, just take it. Take it.
Stop hoarding toilet paper. Last time we checked, coronavirus does not cause diarrhea.
I'm sure there's plenty of toilet paper in your home that you have to get through this crisis. So please don't buy that toilet paper.
So one of the biggest things you can do is do not panic.
And do not hoard. Because the latest we heard is that there's plenty of food, there's plenty of groceries everywhere.
Yes.
And it's all the people who are going out and buying tons and tons and tons of food that's creating all the shortages everywhere. Right. But in reality, there really is no shortage of food. So please don't go buy your 10 bags of
and water. I don't understand there's no dearth of water supply. Luckily, we are in an age where we don't have to worry about that. So we have plenty of water. Don't worry about that. The water's not going anywhere. And do not just, buy for the heck of buying and just because somebody else is buying. So number 2, I think it's a great tip. Being Indians, we have our pantries are full of dried beans and dried rice and, dry goods basically. So it's a good time to, empty out that and just clean up and start fresh when everybody else is doing that.
Instead of spending the extra money right now and hoarding rice and dals and things like that, instead of spending that money, take that time to use up everything you have, and then you can spend that money on fresh ingredients.
Absolutely. Yep. So let me show you my pantry. And I know there's tons of us out there who have it the same way. So look at this. And there's 3 levels of dals and dry beans. And I did not hoard these for this purpose. This is how my pantry is on an everyday basis.
That's how everyone's pantries are?
Correct.
Yeah, my pantry is the same way, and I know yours is too.
Right, so I got dals, I've got rice at the back, I've got a few condiments over here, I've got tomato cans, I've got some vegetable broth just in case, and of course my little junk area. So why not use this? I think it's a great time to clean up and start fresh like we mentioned.
So number 3, similar to the pantry, clean out your freezer. Because how many times do we keep buying and buying and buying things and sticking them in the freezer and we forget about them? I know I do.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I try to date everything, but some things just kind of,
they stay in there. They stay in there. This is the perfect chance. Just get everything out of the freezer, start using it up. And just like the pantry, use that money later when you're restocking and buying fresh ingredients.
Absolutely. Start sprouting. What a great way and alternative to your dals. So you can make dal like this, of course, but you can use any of the whole dals or whole lentils and just sprout them so it gives a different look. So a makeover for your usual dals.
Yeah, and not only that, when you sprout, what happens is your actual bean is germinating and therefore becoming a plant rather than a seed. Right. So now all of a sudden you have like a freshness to it, like a vegetable feel to your dal.
Right, so basically from carbs it becomes fiber, which is great, even better for the stomach.
Yeah. So number 5, try to buy vegetables that have an extended shelf life. That's pretty easy to do if you just give it just a little bit of thought.
So I have a bag full over here. First things first, cabbage. Now, cabbage has a very long shelf life. It can stay in the fridge for about a month. So great buy.
Next we have broccoli. Now broccoli, again, whether you buy the full head or prepped like this, either way it lasts for a very long time in your refrigerator, and you can use it like in small portions or use the whole thing, salads, very useful.
Radish. Now mine is with the greens. You can chop off the greens and the radish will last for a very long time. or you can make a nice vegetable with the radish with the greens. So
next is our beloved cauliflower. I think we all love cauliflower, and it's so versatile. You can just do so many things with it. But again, just like a cabbage, even if it's sitting in your fridge for a month, it's usually always really good. The only thing you might see is sometimes you'll see just a little bit of dark spots like that, which are easily just, you could just chop it off. That's it, and it's fresh.
next I have is Brussels sprouts. These cute little baby cabbages. You can make sabzi out of it, you can roast them in the oven, and they last for a very long time.
And here's a really, really big bag of kale. So unlike spinach, which tends to spoil at a faster rate, kale lasts forever. I mean, it's got a very good shelf life. It's got it's very fibrous, so it doesn't wilt down as much, and you can use it for salads or you can use it in sabzis, either way.
That's what I do. What I do is keep half of it as salad and the rest just cook it down with my spinach. So I have an additional texture and additional flavor to this regular spinach. And I think you forgot that.
Oh yes, let's not forget this. These are winter squashes. Check these out. Now these are available during the fall and winter time, but it's still spring right now, so many stores still carry them. But these, the best part is that they don't need to be refrigerated, so you can buy these and just kind of keep them in a cool place, and they're just there.
Yeah.
I bought this, I'm not gonna lie, I bought this 2 months ago. So I'm not hoarding.
I hope it's good.
I had it, and I mean, they're solid. There's no even sign of any kind of spoilage on these. So these are fantastic.
I love the fact that they don't need to be refrigerated because, you know, refrigerator space is so precious. So you'd rather use them for things that you really need to. These squashes, plus potatoes and sweet potatoes, they can all be kept outside. So additional stuff that you should actually buy and keep.
And this way it prevents you from hoarding, really, but you're buying the right kind of ingredients that are just going to last.
Right. So number 6, buy vegetables that freeze. So now there are a few vegetables my family eats on a constant basis, and they are the kinds that you can freeze. So we've got tindora or tonli, and we've got okra. So what I did was, or I'm going to do in this case, I cut the okra here and going to keep some to freeze for later and some to use fresh. And I'm going to do the same thing for the tindora. Keep one time for fresh use and one time for freezing.
Now, it's unrealistic to think that every single vegetable you buy is going to be one that has an extended shelf life, like the ones that we just showed you. But if you do buy vegetables that don't have an extended shelf life permanently, like spinach leaves, they go bad really, really fast. What you can do is you can go ahead and cook them down and then keep them either in the fridge or the freezer. So here, I took an entire bag of spinach, which was, I think, almost like 2.5 pounds. The big bag I got from my Costco, a huge bag of spinach. I just cooked it down and then blended it, and here it is. It's shrunk down. So first of all, it takes up a lot less space in my fridge or freezer, and it's ready for me anytime I want to use it or make palak paneer or any kind of vegetable. You can just like pull it out, defrost it, or use it right away. It's really, really convenient. So number 7 is whatever you do, buy smart, right?
Yes, hoarding up unnecessary things is not going to get you in a lot of places. So we're going to show you a quick recipe where you can use just these basic things. So we've got can of tomatoes, ginger garlic paste, fried onions. We're going to be using eggs for this, but you can easily substitute with the potatoes or any other vegetables you want. Paneer. Yeah. But basically, these are the 3 things that we made sure that we had when everybody else was panicking and buying other things. These are the only things we did.
And you can do so much with these.
Right.
So number 8, go Tetra. We all drink milk in one form or the other, right? And one of the biggest things that has a very, very short span or expiration time is milk, and it does go bad. So how do we keep that?
Right.
Buy a Tetra Pak.
Right. Or switch to some kind of Tetra Pak, usually coconut milk and almond milk or soy milk. They all come in Tetra Paks like that. Do not need to be refrigerated. Have an excellent shelf life. This one I bought a couple of months ago. It's still got 6 months more. So, but once you open it, of course, you have, 7 to 10 days to use it up. But, it's just good to keep it on hand in case you ever run out, in case crisis does come up.
Exactly. And again, this is not about hoarding. This is all about trying to flatten the curve, right? We're trying to not expose ourselves and expose others and kind of having that social distancing. And even though we're not hoarding food, we still don't want to get out into the grocery store and buy things, right? So we're buying smart rather than hoarding on things that we don't need.
On that note.
Yeah. Social distancing.
So number 9. So instead of hoarding up on toilet paper, we would suggest you stock up on your medicines, your prescription medicines, your cold and cough and fever medicines, because you don't want to go out into a pharmacy and have other people that are sick and just, like you mentioned earlier, you don't want to be exposing yourself to more germs and bacteria.
And I don't know about you, but sometimes I have cough medicine from like 4 years ago in my medicine cabinet, because sometimes you just don't use these things and you think you have them, but they're well expired. So now's the time to get just a fresh batch, keep it on hand. There you go.
Right.
And finally, number 10, keep calm and namaste.
In bed. Did you get it? I'm gonna stay in bed. Namaste in bed.
I'm gonna stay in bed too. So if you enjoyed all these strategies that we had for surviving and managing your kitchen in these times of crisis, then please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that little bell so that you'll be the first to know every time we post a new video.
Meanwhile, stay calm, stay healthy, and stay positive. And let us know what your strategies are in the comments below.
So join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life. Woo! Oh no, wrong way.